Yes, good morning, Fabian and Stella, and also the guest. Well, earlier this morning, reports reached AIV say there are a lot of firing we seem for the gun at the Padema Road prison, as AIV always want to be prompt in terms of the information. As you see from the back, fire, so we don't even know the exact source, because we need to understand, according to it, we understand that people instead fire or whatever view, we don't even know. Some prison officers, according to them, they say the shop inside the other side, the carpentry shop, with the now inside the prison, be set on fire. They don't even know who they decide for Duam. But as you see presently, there are a lot of police personnel, military personnel at the entrance of the Padema Road. So I personality, the head of ONS, the head of the military, they move around for ensure say they get proper security measures for put in place very well. And with proper security presently now the Padema Road Correctional Service. According to what we understand, this entire thing starts earlier this morning for ensure say earlier this morning, and suddenly nobody know how comes this entire things happen, and so it's quite scary as we still wait for proper information on what's in the happen and waiting at the root cause of this particular fiery start for cage inside the prison. The Inspector General of Police, they are within team, they ensure say they move about security and protect few. But as we speak, we actually don't foresee much prisoner them left out, so we move with the security apparatus for proper security, and the Inspector General of Police, they in front, and also the head of the military, they in front, the head of ONS, they in front, ensure say proper policing in terms of security they in place at this particular place. As you see, like I said, the information currently will get very scanty from a particular prison officer will say a workshop usai normally they work the carpentry workshop, they come this morning, they find out say the cage, and from there one come out, and from the security forces then come inside. Yeah, so we still at the Padema Road, guys, get to see the fire force don't come, and then just say they want to put the fire the fire at this moment. Ambulances for take few of the casualty them, whether it's a prisoner or whether now security personnel will be inside it. So we will still ensure to monitor the situation. This is the Padema Road prison, as you can see, and we the Inspector General of Police, the ensure security in full force. The military head said there, and also the ONS head said there for ensuring security take place presently. As AIV always want to give you proper information what's in Apple. So this Nigerian instance of the Padema Road gate is struck with military and also police personnel. And now the immigration head don't come inside there, and we get the ONS boss said there, and we also get the Inspector General of Police said there, and as well the head of the prison said there. So you see a huge number of personalities that the Sierra Leone prison presently as we speak. Like I said, some of the prisoners are very affected. These are the ambulance, they don't feel the one that we room, whether it's policeman, also whether prisoner. As we speak presently, figure and stars, you see the first to clean some of the brain room where they come up with some few casualty. They are the room. They are the medical business. So as you can say, very serious, and we ensure say the security they are out. So for first day for ensure say that they ensure say for do the normal work they're supposed to do. The head of the NPPS why said there profile people in camera, because this is very serious. It's quite alarming. As you all know, there are high profile cases that we supposed to ensure say they're looking for. As well know, the majority out of power contact there are some other few top big guns them they inside the Padema Road. So the root cause of the fire nobody don't know as we speak. But OIV, they ensure so we monitor the situation, bringing her, waiting at the root cause why fire for cage inside Panama Road. We ensure so we are camping. But as we speak presently, you see security there, security tents, both from the military and the police. They ensure so secure the entire place for CISO waiting happen. We forget the full call. The Inspector General of Police there, the head of the military staff there, the head of the prison staff there, the immigration boss there, for ensure say they know what's not the outcome. So as you can speak, as you see, lots of police, military, prison officers, and they watch some urge them, and they bring out some prisoners out, but they bring them out now for no other one in there. As we speak, you see, then they bring few of them out now for ensure they get things done. But I guess me, Matthias said, we just enjoy me the live commentary.
And of course, thank you very much, Remy. Maybe down there as early as possible when the news break out, and we occupy the Gilpin Street area in front of Pademba Road. And of course, I've been there around when them two Boku wounded prison officers them, some man wounded in mouth, some man wounded in mouth, and so on and so forth. We still in a observe the situation now. The Pademba Road prison but this now the thing that happened presently now Pademba Road prison, as you can see, security officers and personnel, then they make sure they safeguard the place, because even for journalists then the place not safe as well. But as I've been telling now earlier, we get dozens of people officers come on abuse we been wounded, and of course there's a report of a dead officer. We not confirm yet, and the name of the officer now Officer Hassan, but the report will go on at that he died during the riot or whatever will happen inside it, but it's unconfirmed. We will forget the official confirmation from the spokesperson of the prison or the prison's authority with regards to what's in the happen. But on the whole, this is the situation presently now, and with regards to the activities of people from where I come up from Ferguson Street all the way to Cannon Street and the other area, they're all virtually empty. People don't go inside, and the fire force was here as quickly as possible, and as you can see, we now get no sign of fire anymore. I think fire force they don't put out the fire, but earlier on, what can I look at tell you now, we got dozens of correctional officers being done at the canteen, we wounded, some man who not in mouth, not in mouth, and then there's a report of one officer dead when unconfirmed, but until we get an official statement from the prison authority, we're not going able to verify that. So the situation right now, everything don't call them from outside. As you can see, you get military personnel there, you get prison officers, you get policemen, you also get some of the government officials that will respond as early as possible within Canada. So that's not the situation we currently in the correctional center in Pademba Road now.
We've seen Matthias just explained to now, and presently we don't see the Sierra Leone correctional service vehicle don't come, and probably for can take few of the prisoners them and maybe for secure from the prison as we speak. Some of them injured, some of them okay. We're able to move away from the prison cells them. So Ramiro don't call the correctional service truck for coming and showing them pull the one way they will for secure presently. As well as there are over 1,000 prisoners then with the inside the Parliament prison, including former Minister of Defense, Internal Affairs, retired Brigadier Alfred Paul Conte said Alfred Paul Conte did the pardon for the position I call very wrongly. Also, they shall say them pull them one in the way for sure say them secure them, whether it's a prisoner, a prison police, for secure the way. So we still getting proper information as we are. the type of move the one them will secure and put them inside to the vehicle. So this is the ambulance will take few of the inmates that will get injured, so they don't come back, and hopefully if I take more of them for good. Security watertight. Now the prisoners will talk. So we still get information, as it's quite very difficult because they don't want anybody for film at this present moment, but we always want for doing the information proper and ensure we get the information for now. This place, like I say, it's a war zone at this moment. The Parliament Road entrance gate, it's a war zone at this moment because there are over 100 military police, there are over 100 police personnel, so it's about up to 500 to 400 military and police personnel with the present at the entrance of the Parliament Road. So we see presently this are the ambulance, they come there for insurance and see they take few of the people away. Hopefully they feel safe casual. This is Africa Young Voices Media Empire, and we do at the correctional service. Main entrance gates for ensure we bring the information to you presently. And more reinforcement. More reinforcement. They come. No security reason. For security reason, we ask that we turn it back and just in case anything towards the gutter. As you can see, then gutter there, that's some passage them. You can go inside the prison, you pass through, then gutter there. So the security and the advice that are very conscious about how they move. You know, more of your enforcement, the car needs to go through them places they know, and see how best we can for being proper information. The Parliament is quite secure. Just before they come, some military officers them, and also the personnel, we don't go inside for ensuring they secure. The few people already forget on board for being able to come out and let them get to better safety. And like I say, there are over 1,000 prisoners then within inside the Parliament Correctional Service. So imagine over 1,000 taken with the pool all into this scene. It's quite a tough task for the police and the military. But as we speak presently, they don't carry the 12 we normally lead them from Buna Court. That's how best they came for rescue. The few inmates then they go for rescue at this moment. So you see, for our first day off, I shall say the earth then far than they will be the pitch area, we bring all of this scene for this scouts now this particular area. According to the team, I understand from one of the prison man, he said in workshop, beside they find out when they come this morning, they find out they catch fire. And from there they decide to call the enforcement for come. So prison officer, woman them, they all be there inside it. You know, we still monitor how many of them able to move out, how many of them able for how many of them injured, how many of them able for rescue from this point. So they bring in our information, and we still get we cool down our friends, just so we bring live information and what will happen at this particular place there. So security tests at this moment, they ensure they move people from this particular zone, and ensure they secure also the journalists and also the prisoners then, for much casualty not take place. So we actually not get anybody up till now as we speak for talk to, because we know the procedure The police get a spokesman, the military side get a spokesman. So we still monitor the situation and try to bring proper information. And as we speak, Mr. Lamboy, we're at the head of the prison there, and the Inspector General of Police there, the head of ANS there, and also the head of the military step there, because he said they will come. She said they'll be for secure inmates, whether the prisoner them, they inside the prison officers themselves will be there at night, that particular thing, because it's very important for me, our best they came for secure the all, and see our best they came before bring the information. So we still have you come live on the grounds, and Bokai Matias up there, and for sure so we bring live coverage come to now. So we monitor the situation. We're still at the prison entrance gates. Like I say, the prison entrance gates at this moment now a real zone. You know, people want to come pass out, you want to come inside. Only the security personnel that allow for being inside the prison for sure say either they will for secure them, and either they feel say they came for them. But the truck they move now. Hopefully we expect say now to take out the prisoners then they will for secure at this moment, and so we still monitor the situation, and we need to understand that there are few officers them were damaged inside the prisoners themselves were damaged. But we can't think from this point, but now some prisoners that were damaged, they remain inside the correctional service truck. So I say that we secure them, whether it's necessary for them to go through the hospital processes, and serve best they can able for make use. I still got some more time out here, and in the around this area, and it gets more knowledge, like you explained earlier, how the process starts.
Thank you very much, David and Wilson. From you will watch live pictures from the Correctional Service Center, na Pademba Road, Naya. Like as I've been telling Ali, the news of the hour has been spread around social media, and of course, pictures of the alleged fire we catch inside it in there around. We make AYV personnel in the area as early as possible, and when we come to some materials that you can get dozens of officers them being wounded, some in nose, in arm, in foot, but the health officials they don't come as early as possible, then don't take them. And with regards to the fire force, then they respond as early as possible. As you can see around now, you know, they get a glimpse of the fire where they have to except for attachments of smoke where they come out inside there. But as it stands, everything outside the peaceful security personnel, the military, the police, the OSD, the fire force, and even prison officers, then for make sure say the situation is quite quiet. Of course, from the pictures we provide earlier, you see one or two prisoners then we include inside. We're currently inside this prison correctional service truck where you they see so. But as of now, the situation outside peaceful and calm. And as I've been telling you earlier, people who are around these areas being worried, like down the way the Ferguson Street, Gilpin Street, down the way the Metzger Street, down the way around Brazak Junction as well. Because when you come earlier on, I see people on the run around. But there has not been a confirmation say a prisoner escaped, because there is a news on social media where they say prisoner they escaped. AYV can't confirm that, and we can't confirm that a prisoner is dead, except prison officers we get the right authority give you that confirmed information. But as it stands, these are live pictures where they come out now the Correctional Service Center na Pademba Road. And of course, the building stand just opposite the prison gateway na Gilpin Street, outside the prison office there. Outside people waiting around go friend of family can come and take pass before they go inside. But as it stands up now, correctional servicemen and denier, military men and denier, police then denier, and you also get other government officials as well who don't canaya, and they bring you live footage of waiting the happen. And as I can say again, there has not been any confirmation of any prisoner escaping, and there's not been a confirmed source to tell us that somebody died. So as it stands, we are waiting the official voice from the correctional service and also from further government officials. They didn't tell we on waiting to happen now. But as it stands right now, this is the situation in front of the correctional center, the main correctional center na Pademba Road. Continue to watch AYV television as we give you the very best of waiting the happen.
Wait, man.
Okay, and like I said, with the green cam, the information come to now. At this moment, the situation will calm down. The situation will calm down presently, and the police them and the prison officers them, the military, they try to pull the prisoners them from the Pademba Road prison, and also the prison officers them. We also injured. We'll be doing something. It's kind of a pool now. To ensure saying them try to differentiate the one that we injured from the one that we not injured, and also ensure saying them get the correct data of the one that we wound, the one that we not wound, and also for proper security reason. So you see, we're not protecting none of the authorities' aid, but we still look for showers. We at the end of media for the correctional service for share best to be for bring kind of information. So we are sure to bring kind of information campaign now. You see, there are a lot of stones are grown, and bottles themselves are grown, few of them, and I think that we have to understand that even the prisoners them with the same stone out, and while the police them try to secure the prisoner, and shall say no prisoner not coming. But as we speak, like what Matthias say, we don't get any information yet. Say any prisoner run away from the prison. So there's no information about that. For now, we believe say they're safe inside until we get the confirmed source of further. So presently in the green camp, the one waiting for green come out. Presently, the green card one ready for green come out now as we speak, and black out more of them. All of them they come out now as we, and the green card the one ready for pool, the one wound, and also the other few as well. Yes, and we still have live coverage of what's happening while in the green. More of them come inside. And so all the prisoners then. So they asked us to move back and Cisse with the camp. So this is the security personnel then, and they asked that we calm down and move away from that for security reason, and ensure saying we ready for safety happen at the correctional service. We're live now, and we're live now the Pademba correctional service, now the entrance gate, and you see it's just a prison officer. You see wound, and we get a lot of blood, the wound down from arm, and in the inside for ensure say proper security measures as well. So and let's see how we can get access for talk to people, and also especially we get a proper I think and so get more people in, and also we're live. This is Africa Young Voices Media Empire, and we're being live information about what's happening. So let's see if we can talk to more, and I see there are a lot of casualty, and let's see, you see the entrance very packed through, and we got some live machines. So this are the prison officers on the inside. These are the prison officers on the inside. So let's see. I'm going to protect one. We know. Exactly. I know. So you found the petrol ID? You okay?
I am okay. If not,
okay. So presently, this is one of the right. So this one of the I don't get the image there. I don't talk to them about it. This stage a lot of talk. So I don't get the image there. One of the prisoners that we get very serious. So you see, I feel that. And you see, these are the prison officers in there. We'll be inside here. And so we want to see whether we can protect any one of them, but our job is quite very professional. So one first shall say we get permission first, and then we protect them. So as we speak, there is no confirmation of any death yet. Whether there are someone who say person died, but we know for confirming it because we don't get an it from the authority then. Say there are certain people who wound or seriously get injured, as you can see from them. You see, these are the prison officers in the world will be doing some duty at that moment. Say we all listen happen. So you see, the smoke still come inside there, as you can see. The smoke still come inside there, so it's quite scary and but I think that's what we need to understand, say, a part of the hospital side, the pretty serious smoke. So we still monitor the situation. Material with me.
And of course, we still monitor the situation as it happens, and we currently there in Gimpin Street outside the correctional service they use as the VCCC. Now they will start the LSPC. This not some of the prison officers that will be there inside. It's only the riots happening inside there, and some of them sustain some injury and they aid them. Like I have been telling earlier on, these are galaxies men will be there inside. They do their everyday duty and job, and you also get nurses then within also the part of the correctional service, and also as well the health workers, the system they attend to the people with the continue to watch the television with the bring you the very best. And now as we talk power force they inside now, as you can see the scene now that the firefighters and the sky for put out the fire with the inside. Of course, like I said earlier on, fire force being swift and respond quickly, and of course you also get OSD officials and military personnel them with them in Naya as early as possible. This now, this street was with this one with the front the correctional service center on Gilpin Street. They get some dozen of wounded officers. Then as you can see, they still come in earlier on when they come and they may get blood all over them body, but nurses them do ready for make sure say they attend to them. So earlier on I saw the scene being built up, and as I've been telling you now again, there's no confirmed report of person who died or a prisoner will escape. So the news making rounds on social media that person died or escaped isn't true, isn't confirmed until we get an official voice either from the government or from prisons correctional service authorities. So as it stands, officers from all facets of the security sector are surrounded to make sure say they take care of the wounded correctional service officer they are for later attend to them, and we also get nurses where they are to make sure they attend to some of the officers. Because I've been telling some of them sustaining injury in their legs, in their arms, they get bus aid, and they also some you get some with blood they run now, they nurse them. We can't confirm as now waiting cause the injury them, but as you can see, this now waiting they happen currently. Nayasa Teluna officers then they in full gear, they respond to the issue, and now security personnel then they inside the correctional center, and also firefighters that's going to make sure say they put out the fire. It's now waiting to happen. There is a sign of person really the way out waiting by the body, but we can't confirm it until it is confirmed from the correctional service center. So as it stands as of now, this is not the report where they reach in AYV. You see health personnel them they take care of the one they wounded. They bring you everything as it happens currently there in front of the correctional service center gate. Now Gimpin Street now the VCCT Center, Dr. R.S. Kuvala, physician, na great list na outside and the nurse, then they take care of the wounded correctional service personnel. Then with this now, what we do as you see, we still get sound of smoke really meet from the prison center, the correctional center. But like as I say, you get some firefighters, you get fire force people over there inside, they make sure they don't put the fire out, and authorities don't make sure they don't also apprehend some of the prisoners then waiting the cause this trouble. As you can see them there inside the truck presently. So as it stands now this will happen now the correctional center now Pademba Road now, and we currently AYU television then tell you what's in the happen. But why should they give what's in the happen? We don't want to let people go to use this as an opportunity for pass on the wrong message. So like I say again, the report out is that there is a riot here, and as you can see from pictures we are providing, it is true, but we can't confirm that someone is dead, and we can't confirm that prison has escaped because we will not get an official statement to that effect today. But as it stands, this is what is happening here at the correctional center. Napademba, we don't show you the video you will see.
Alright, like, just like what Matthias say, and we still again at the correct information and the correct source within the album, because the YV is reliable and also one for the balanced information. So we can't confirm anything yet, but there are a lot of issues we are seeing for the ground presently at the Pademba Road. As you see, and it's have to move some of the prisoners then out from the Pademba Road, the one where they forget out from the cells, and we will come inside the truck where we normally take the prisoners then to court. So we bring come the information come to now. So it's quite serious here. Like as you see presently, that's now the center of the Pademba Road. You see every smoke they come out of that party, and then you know whether some people stand up from the that's very scary as well. So there's a corpse presently, but we can't confirm whether it's a prisoner or a prison officer. So that's yet to be confirmed from the police people as well. So we are sure to confirm until now whether it's a prisoner or a prison officer. We probably they're lost alive at this moment. So we still will come information campaign up, and they sure say it's properly done. So you see, and they didn't know my procedure, then they wrap them off, and sure say and take them to the rightful place and do some tests for them and know exactly what happened. So it's yet to be confirmed whether it's a prisoner or a prison officer. So we all forgot the spokespeople from either the police, the prison, or the military for confirm some of the allegations we see for the ground as well. And this African versus with the Empire, and would bring come to you correct information, and I shall say we bring come things then to you. So so let me try to get to that since then. But the smoke seriously they come up and rationally Mezigas the crew. So it's a prisoner or prison officer? Prison officer. Okay, prison officer and die. Okay. So it's okay. Oh, yes. So it's been confirmed. So
this officer a plumber. I work in plumber.
Okay, well, it's been confirmed that one person that we a prison officer, according to understand, a plumber, So we yet to confirm certain things then. As presently the truck one will feel or the one waiting for pull inside. But this place is not yet secured. Anyway, it's still not yet secured because nobody can confirm what's the root cause of the fire and also what's exactly happened. So nobody will confirm anything to it. But we still monitor the situation as the head of the prison there, Mr. Lamboy, the head of the prison there, and we get the chief immigration officer there, and also the head of head of the head of the military said there, and the head of ONS said there. So more security personnel on the camp, I should say, they secure this place, and even we, the journalists, going to be secure, and even the police officers, I said, going to be secured as well. We still be income information. And that now the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, yes, the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs will actually be talked to. So what we'll do, we'll have to see right away to happen, and we'll come proper information. As the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, they actually in charge of security, and they say we'll move back because it's about security matters. So this now very close to the Pademba Road. You know, these are the people in that area. You see everybody there inside, everybody there indoors, and ensure them protect themselves. So the correctional service vehicle there ensure for any casualty, any other stuff will take place happen. Then I'll be the senior being come to you from the main entrance of the Pademba Road. So this is one of the streets then. We go to the Pademba Road. You see totally empty, everybody there inside. Because they want to secure themselves after the scene happened. These are the streets, few of the streets, and these are Benjamin Lane, back of Pademba Road, Benjamin Lane, back of Pademba Road, and also this now the state part of Benjamin Lane, a block. Presently, and only you only see prison officers. Them they pass people and indoors, they lock the door, lock the window, and so for security easy.
Of course, we still don't know the make sure we're doing one of the very best. This now, the atmosphere so far right now, the surroundings and the environs of the Pademba Road prison. As you already from David Gami Wilson, we currently do Benjamin Lane. We get a host of other streets them as well, within like the Gilpin Street, the Mexico Street, and you get the Dick Street, and so on and so forth. And we will try to make sure so now we make our way onto Drazak Junction. Let's get a glimpse of how the normal life will go. But we don't bring you pictures of what's in the happen front the correctional center now Pademba Road now, and how security personnel and health workers they respond to the situation and make sure say they get everything under control. Well, here now a very busy street on a normal day, as you can see, and it is just 9:54 in the morning, and the street is already as empty as possible because of the riot happened. And you get correctional service personnel, then police now they make sure they man each junction and take into account the safety of the residents them when they are as high as possible. So we're currently doing a summer street to make way onto Drazak Junction, one of the most popular junction there in the streets of Freetown. But we'll make sure we bring you the very best of waiting the happen, and we then around the central most part of Freetown, the central business area outside the correctional service center, locate Pademba Road and Benjamin Lane, and of course we'll make way onto now the Cannon Street Junction, as well as the fuel station within the Drazak community. Well, they bring you live footage, and as you can see, you get some officers and personnel where they man each junction across the environment right around waiting to happen at the correctional service center this morning. Like as I tell you now, this is Drazak Junction, and as you can see, you get officers and personnel who they make sure say the man here as well and take care of everything with the happen. Because this is not live footage we bring you. This is AYV television on channel 33, and this now the situation report currently, and as you can see, people are pushed back as far up as Jomo Kenyatta Road, as far back as the female correctional center, as far back as the junction, New England Junction. So we currently there now, and they bring you the very best. You can see one Okada on the pass. When you see military vehicles, you can see prison personnel, and they make sure say them do the necessary team away for them. You get a host of journalists them also within as well, where they monitor the situation. But as it stands, this is how empty the street is. Jomo Kenyatta Road leading onto New Englandville Junction and onto the female correctional center. So this now the thing really happen currently now. As you can see, we get security vehicles, we get security personnel. They make sure say they're not only man front of the prison gate, but also outside the gate them as well. And as we can tell, they do everything as it happen. This is a very busy street, more so morning hours like this, but as it stands right now, you don't get any sign of any Okada, you don't get sign of any keke, you don't get sign of any vehicle except security personnel them, and then they make sure say they man everything as possible. So currently this is the situation report where they happen now, and as you can see, you also get the residents on that side of this junction where they make sure say let's just stay in as possible. So security is more than watertight, and security personnel in dinner for make sure say they observe waiting the happen. And just over the right hand here, this is the road leading to the Doazak community, and as you can see, security personnel are also demand that area there. So the whole area within this vicinity, within the Paremba Road vicinity, is as tight as possible, and you get security personnel them within there around to make sure say them barricade and then save the lives of the residents and within around this area. Firstly, are still firefighters and they inside the battalion for put out the fire. So, but like as we say, we can't confirm anything except we get an official statement from the correctional service center or from security personnel. But as it stands, this is what is happening here. And as you can see, we currently there now the MP filling station, and you also get security personnel, security vehicles. You get people where they around here where they make sure they observe. And as I've been telling now, people are pushed back as far as the female correctional center up to Jomo Kenyatta Road, just opposite the New England Junction. So this now the situation report currently where they happen now, and just over the right hand side now we get the magistrate court where they beside the male correctional center now, and you get lots of journalists them around now as well. They monitor the situation. But make a send now over back to the legal me Wilson.
Alright, thank you very much, Dr. Matia. We're still there, and this is the exact point about. If our first vehicle, I think, so they will take more attack. Let's have best to watch the fire at the Paremba Road. So we are very secure at this moment with lots of security personnel. The military officers that we see McPeden just come. The McPeden just come for ensure say the aid security at this moment as well. So the military then there, like I say, the military then there. So this zone is quite very challenging as we speak for every move to this zone, because this is very close to the Paremba Road fence, and also if you move to this particular place, you see exactly what's in the happen at the prison. So this is Wazak, you see security personnel in there, and the shows the security center place, and so this is quite zone Wazak and so na Paremba Road. The main entrance of the gate of Paremba Road, and also this Arena's chapel. You see every side very quiet at this moment. The entire place quiet. We don't see nobody. Everybody there inside. Normally people in India put their shop there, but you know put their shop there at this moment. You see, I believe some people in the cell and cookery there because of the fire there, and decide for move out. So this is the Paremba Road court. The close. And only security personnel you see at this present moment. So we still monitor the situation. This is a cookery shop, and as you see, people left there outside the rubber, and because they run for their life and even for secure themselves. So only security. The smoke still come. The smoke still come out, and you see police. Then there for ensure that they secure this entire place, and the police van there. This is the court. We're starting to normally do some sitting. So there's still a move out with from prisoners that they for secure. This now almost the middle of the Paremba Road. So you know, I think what we experienced the last year at prison where we carried the human rights team then. This are very close towards the mind. So we can't confirm that particular area there, but with the experience we get, it shows it's very close to him. And the smoke still come on. The smoke still come on very thick, as you hear, some sharp sound. They come inside here, so we can't confirm anything. Security tense. You see, security really tense. And everybody in the house, places them closed. The streets empty. You don't see nobody to move, only police and the military. And also the city council police themselves there. And for sure they provide very little security that they go for provide in terms of pushing up people and they find out when they get here. So you see everybody in the house. Everybody in the house. So our folks on the camp, it's time to move out. Ensure them get things done. You see the police in there, ensure them give proper security. Secure the lives of the people and secure the venue, and also get proper security at this place. So everybody doing at the indoors, as you can see, everybody decided to go out, to get close. So these are the main entrance, as you can see. So you see, only the police and the see out, and the military them, they are locked, but just in case of anything happen. See, everybody back up and places them, people and they go inside, because it's quite scary for them. Like I say, businesses are closed. Only the police people in the south for security reason and ensure so they get things done. So the prison officer are there, the city council are there, and the fire force there. This is Winners Chapel. The military police are there, and the police team them, and the military have been ensure so for the proper security. The smoke still come on, as you can see. The smoke still come on, and you know, so it's quite big, and security tense and ensure so they provide proper security. So we're still watching, waiting up now this entire place. And like John once for Meziga.
Viewers, good morning. Well, I want to join me, David Wilson, and Bakari Matia for bringing an update on waiting the KM presently at the correctional service here in Pademba prisons. Well, as you see from the TV, there's a thick smoke will come right inside the correctional service, and from what we found out, say it seems as if na the canteen area than they or waiting and call, but presently the situation is also very, very tense. As you see, government officials themselves are also, the military personnel and the police themselves are also, the correctional servicemen themselves are also, for ensure say them put hands together for fight this kind of trouble way don't happen this morning. Although serious issues they don't come out of this, as the last time we've been in a Gilpin Street where David Wilson and Bakari Matia be updated now. People who get casualties, then some man bruised, some man wound, some man broken hand. And we even report say one person, although it not been confirmed, but how the team in the go will be end up confirmed from one of the officials then at the correctional center. We see one person on there, and that person they name Hassan, winner one, and the prison officials them. So now so it happened now, and very tense as this is at the back of the correctional center, very close to the Winners Chapel Church here. And when I see the situation presently, as thick smoke, they come out right inside of the correctional service na Yasu. And when you go right in front of the Pademba Road prison, right na the Pademba Road axis yonder, you see so many officials, the police, the soldier man, even the correctional service people, then na Yasu. And from what we found out, it seems as if they pull some prison officers, prisoners, then carry them, evacuate them for going to other places, then because the situation at Yasu not conducive. And from the place not too conducive, and from reports, the person we've been going say Diana Hassan Dangu and one of the prison officer them, we have been technical staff and be engaged in planning activity then. So and as you see, and by what we see right now, it seems as if the fire they move from one building to the other inside the correctional center also in Pademba Road. Because we've been started that building, but now don't overcome, you don't do like different areas then, and they are from from the prison and themselves, they cry, they holler, they shout inside and then different cells they wouldn't do. And this done they unbug them, the smoke done they unbug them, and fumble make una see. The smoke will be there and then they transfer now they hear the sound from the people themselves now the cells, then the different prisoners, then the different inmates then within the cells, and then they hear from them, whether so they shout for the kind thing where they see. So now so they happen now the correctional service now so they happen at the correctional center now Pademba with prisons. Well, John Bokai Matia, give him more.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the Mexican. Of course, we're still in the correctional service center now Pademba with currently relocation now just in front of the Winners Chapel Church, and as you can see, smoke the meat from the Panama Road prison. Of course, as I told you now earlier on, security personnel them and firefighters still inside the place to make sure they take off the fire. But from where I'm standing, they get the voice of some inmates them where they inside where they shout. I'm not going to make clearly within any talk, but yes, they're shouting. Of course, the fire and the smoke, as you can see now, they engulf, and we set off within they get the smoke as it can. But this nice situation report currently now the Pademba Road Prisons Correctional Service Center as it is now known, and with regards to the riot will happen in the morning. This is not the situation that happened now. The security personnel then they are around, and security personnel when they are on the try to make sure everything secured, especially with regards to the residents then where they outside the prisons, and also then when they were inside to make sure them be secured as well. So right on through Usawido Waka from Benjamin Lane to all of the other streets them taken up Winners Chapel. You see high presence of security personnel, and then I have to monitor the situation and also make sure everything okay. And as you can see, you get residential areas around here, outside people in the smoke will come out inside. It is clearly visible. Women say the fire still they carry on. Now that particular section they within the prison facility, but as it stands right now, there is no vision or visibility of any prisoner with the outside. It seems as if they're all day inside. But when we talk to the between that's the fire day, a different side outside the prisoner, but you can see prison officers them with they around inside the vicinity and the compound as well. They try to make sure they get everything under control. And as we've been telling earlier on, the report of one dead personnel prison service officer, Hassan Bangura, as you can see the body really down there. We get a confirmation from one of a comrade then where all they serve inside there. The name again is Hassan Bangura, but yet again the cancer say we still there wait official reports from government officials or from the prison personnel them for telling you what's in the right status reports and situation. But as it stands, these are live pictures coming to you from the heart of Freetown and within our just outside Winners Chapel, and as you see fire still emanates from the prisons, but it's not close inside the prison according to the report we get. But yes, the fire is engulfing, and firefighters, the fire force officer there, then they are around to make sure they secure everything that happen as possible. And right onto Model Junction, you can see the street as barely inhabitable as possible. Take to that area, then outside Blackfield Bunde, and all these other areas really close to the prison center. And as I tell you now, you get the residents them as well. With around with security personnel, they make sure they're secure and very tight. But you do not see the picture when we provide you of security personnel then to be specific. National service men them will be there on duty will sustain some injuries. Now they hit them, their foot and their arm them as to the riot will continue. But as it stands now, this night situation report now, the fire still they on, and you get Fire Force vehicle waiting in front, where they monitor the situation as steam they go. As you can see, them they pump the water now right into the prison. So this now the situation right now. Naya Fire Force and then Naya, and you up to 3 vehicles, Fire Force vehicles where they make sure say then try for put the fire out. This is now Africa One Voices television AYV on Channel 33, and they bring you a riot will just happen na the correctional center na prisons correctional service center Wednesday the 29th of April 2020 11 past 10 see them them really as well as you can see from the bars at the prison we see them there around, but down in the secure them as you see you see officers in the fire tear gas and reports Fire Force vehicles really come and make sure say they emit the fire and the smoke where they are to now presently. And of course, reports where they're looking at that there are still more fire engines needed, so we don't know if we'll be able to see the Port Authority vehicle as well. We're making winner, but as it stands, you see Fire Force vehicle they are around Naya. And like I said, when we get up to 3 vehicles currently now, but the fire is still on. So the call now to the Port Authority for let us see how then we will come and help with this fire will go on presently Naya. But this situation currently with the actual security personnel and they all around. You get some military officers, you get police officers, you get prison officers, and then they make sure say they secure residents then where they are around. The reports really that some prisoners they escape. So as a result of that, they need for guard them, area them, and see it happen. But it's unconfirmed, as I can tell you now, that fire officials in Naya and the prison officers in Naya, security personnel in Naya, they make sure say they get everything under control. So this situation currently where they happen Naya, over to David Wilson.
Okay, and I think say presently in one building we see the cage fire at this moment, but the humane side seems to be safe because steam deep down to the camera they show the humane building, and that building they're quite safe for now. This middle inside the cage, so presently I'm not understand saying at the hospital the cage presently, so some part as well of the building. So the prisoners and all already come to the bars part for insurance and call for help. But the Fire Force team don't come to this part, and one day bound for the other side to the entrance gate, and the other one there for this particular part to the back of the prison. So we still monitor the situation as they still use idea for some best. At this present, there is no entrance gate for a vehicle going inside the Padamaro prison. So it's quite difficult for the Fire Force go inside and go at the specific side before the cage and ensure say the extra side. So it's quite strategy that they put in place now. For some best they came for out the part inside the fire come for not transfer and go to other buildings them. So there are over 1,000 prisoners there within inside the main Padamaro correctional service. So the prisoners, the officers them, and the police, the military, they ensure they don't pull few prisoners that we don't forget access to. For pull them, secure them. The one that were injured, then for pull them, take them to go to the ambulance, and then the ambulance then take them go to the actual place where they're supposed to go then too. So as we speak, the security issue very tense. If you have a business here, they don't allow you to come. So that's good for secure the lives of us, the journalists, and also people and media around the area. So everybody there inside. Normally this place is crowded with people that move around this side, but as you see, they're all there inside, and ensure say them get themselves done. Only police and the military is seen at this side. So this entire place very clear, and with some few journalists them when they move ahead, it's AYV for ensure say themselves too protected you know, in terms of waiting happen at the entire prison. The prisoner then still shout. You know, then they call on help, Sierra Best themselves came for rescue from this moment. And so these are the main Parliament Road entrance and the main building. And probably minimum for tell you the building there, anyway. But I think we get Clarkson and other places as well we seen for the happen. But that are the remain place in safe for now. Remain place safe because we don't come there at once with the human rights defendants. Then we can visit the Parliament Road. So this are the remain side is safe, and I believe so all the prisoners and they intact in them. But these are the main building. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, the number 4 building to the center, right present in the cage, and it appears as if the entire building they burn down that place there. They are building them, the prisoners and they indoors, ensure they call for more help and ask that people come into the aid, rescue them. If not the truck they want to come, then pull them. So this is the concern. The vehicle of the prisoners and need for increased. As we speak presently, there are only one vehicle where the Camphor can take them. Camphor can take the few prisoners that we then for pool. There are over 1,000 of them inside the Parliament prison. You know, so more firing will take place where places them, ensure and secure people and police them there. It's have a secure as well. So you know, and so the police and it's kind for Sierra Best for secure them as well, and you know, and while then it's time for put mechanism in place. So this is quite scary because as we speak, the prisoners are inside probably around for sandstone now. Then the military police fire at the back. So you know, it's quite unpredictable at this moment, the current situation as we see. But our video continue for giving a live feed at the Parliament Road, live feed at the Parliament Road, and waiting happen Nadisa. So you see, you know, still moving, and according to what they see the signs that way, the military man in the make it like there are some objects in there where the far back at the soldier them. So the soldier themselves, the talents, one for secure. So it's quite difficult at this moment because the soldier they try for secure the prisoners inside. They try for secure the prison officers there as well. So it's quite challenging, you know. And which we understand some few stones that they come out inside from the cells them. So you know, it's quite difficult at this moment at the Parliament Road. So but it's well secured with the military police. The soldier them, they are the police them, they are OSD departments where they are for use the weapon, and also the soldier man them also they are allowed for say they are proper security there at this moment. Like we can normally say, the Parliament Road main correctional center is like a war zone. If you don't get business here, you can't go there, and you know, say if you don't get anything, you can go there. So it's well secure at this moment, with lot of security personnel for protect the lives of the prisoners then and the prison officers then. We probably you know, while they try for being camping at the root causes of the fire at the Parliament Road. So you see far first, they pump out the cable line. Presently, they pump out the cable for Southern Oaks, the building, pump out the water, but the distance from inside the fire force, the pump, and so inside before the burn, it's totally far. So it's totally far. So probably that needs another strategy, you know, because there is no entrance for coming inside the Parliament Road. So them actually look for stay far distance because inside they are secure. So you can't go there for Sierra Best security for the far. But I think some few parts on the earth now, some few parts on the earth. So but the far they transfer, they go right down. And I'm not to understand say now the hospital moving to the Parliament Road, and there are a lot of inmates at the hospital as well. So we can't confirm how many people injured for now, how many of them safe, and if there's any casualty, we can't confirm now. But we also need to forget the authorities and to talk to them and anything that happen. But these are the current situation at the Parliament Road main correctional service. The prisoners them area, they may come out and shout, ask for help, but to find out say they all go inside back and very quiet. While security them, they try to put mechanism in place and sure say they are proper things done at this moment. So the place there, small because for first being coming earlier, that's our best table for routine and feel well. When it's good, then finally don't go inside at the Panama prison, then it's time for the far. And as you can see from this small side, for first men and they now it's police and soldier to secure them. So then they inside it and should say then secure the entire place at this point of time. So hopefully we believe that the next hour or so the south side of the ball go out at this present. But this moment, this is the current situation now the main Panama Road Center. This is the Africa Young Voices Media Empire Rugby. We do live for sure so bring campaign all the latest information they happen at the Panama Road. This is the field. And outside the prisoners can play football and get themselves entertained, then get bike, then get church, then get smokes. Outside they can go play, outside they can go worship God as it may be. But at this present, and we always say they are social distancing. While we talk about the security matters and also while we talk about the current situation, let's say we still inside the coronavirus. So we want to forget the social distance. We also have to see our best the security while then we do the workers for, which is very good. So at this present, half past out and half past out and also some parts outside the camera. This is a security site. For sure, they're monitoring at the prisons as well. So they're trying to put up a structure for proper monitoring inside to the main so some buildings still burn, the main side burn. So you see, security tells everybody there indoors. Each party we want to say this is so now the military are not going inside now. As you can see from the far side, you see the military men and they now, then they inside. Then they go check now the few places they now and know exactly what's in the happen and know how the security strategy for work. For see how best without the cable for secure. That's why the issue there out there for prevent other people enough to become casualty at this moment. So see the prison officer the team puts the police and the military for sure best they can provide proper security, and while the first team then they inside fought the fire. So I believe so within the next 1 hour or so then go out the fire, and by then we will know exactly the root cause of the fire and what exactly happened at the Panama Road. And there are a lot of information, a lot of rumor waiting for the ground, but AYV can't confirm any one of them because we don't get from the authority.
Thank you very much, David Remy Wilson. As you rightly done your from Remy, and as you see from the live footage where we give one from Bulem, this is now the situation report currently in the male correctional service center na Pademba Road, and as you see also fire engulfed certain building within the prison system. But reports where they reach in that the prisoners they're in a very safe condition, as you can see the one the way by, and outside the fire they are not get anything to do with any prison cell or whatsoever. And with regards to the rumors where they go around on social media and so on and so forth, as we say earlier, AYV they only bring you live commentary and waiting they happen. We can't give an official statement for or against any security entity as with regards to preempt waiting actually happen or engulf the fire, or whether it was started by inmates or not. But what we can say is that from what we are seeing from outside, you see prison officers and the inside, we mean say there is a sense of control inside there, and you also get fire force vehicles with it all around, where they try to make sure they then go back and forth, go come with water and so on and so forth, for make sure then coil down the situation. But this is not the situation where they happen currently. Naya, as you see the fast still government, you also get prisoners them where they now themselves as well from the back of Winners Chapel, outside with Naya, and you look down. You also get government officials with there around Naya. You also get journalists with there around security personnel. They make sure residents them within there around this area not try for calm and try for can create chaos now, or then self one see what happen. Because the issue where we don't get now that people want can at the scene for can cause problem for security officers there. the advice is you stay at home, you listen to your radio station or you watch your TV for credible news, and you will get everything where they happen. No need for the one the way they of Sami Tong, Sumaila Tong, where they do Azak for can around there for can see waiting they happen. No need for that. You can dinner home, you can watch your television, you can listen to your radio, and you will get exactly waiting they happen now. So now that made you the sound of tear gas so far. Security personnel they try to make sure say them push people off, because it's a Salomon business. When them don't say fire and they happen, all the people around this hillside areas, one run down out and one catch up in the street and look. And as I say, we also do under the state of emergency than one. We also do under rules and regulations with regards social distancing. So this also time for you left you host for campaign on necessary in a street. You can then host, watch your television, listen to your radio, and you know exactly what's happens. You can see personnel and then for make sure say these things they in correct order and they in hand. And also you get prison officers, you get military people, and you get OSD officers, and then you get host of journalists from different media houses. Then for make sure say they report exactly what's in the happen, and the fire officers then for make sure say them put the fire out. So from situation report now presently, this is what is going on, and we still want for big padding to them people where they are around the prison area for let them know use this as an opportunity for come and can see what's happen. You can watch everything on TV as we live on channel 33. This is AYV television, and we see still smoke where they come off from inside the building. Of course, you get security personnel and within they're also on duty. They work and make sure say they secure the perimeter the main correctional center. But then again, we still want to advise people so don't forget to say this is corona time, and sure so you wash your hand, use your face mask when you're in a public, and of course make sure say you always practice social distancing, because that's one of the key things. But as it stands, we don't get any commercial vehicle where they ply the Jomo Kenyatta Road, take on at Razak Junction, or the Model New Road, take up Model Junction. So as it stands now only security personnel and government vehicles are they allowed for you and journalists, as well as they were responsible for save the life and property of ordinary Sierra Leoneans. So that's the situation currently within Aya, and as you can see, we get a bit of smoke waste still come out from that particular section there within the prison, and of course officers and they within the prison for make sure say also them put the fire out. Fire officers then they inside for make sure say them put the fire out as well. So this is how vigilant and gallant security personnel have been so far here, and you still get fire force vehicles where they come and go as many as possible for make sure say as the water they done and go come into Ataba. And all this they happen at the same time. You get prisoners them really, and as you can see their hand there. I don't know if the picture a bit clear, but as we give that this now waiting they happen, they're all well secured behind bars. But we don't gonna report of some of the prison officers them maybe now will sustain injuries them. The one that will them bust and hit them, the one that will get blood from them, body them, fruits and then most of them. These are minor injuries. We will be see health officials them within the prison system, the nurse system being they take care of them as early as possible. Women on the even before the live, and that have been the situation as prison officers they try to make sure say they move out and then close the gate. There hasn't been any report, although it's a rumor that some prisoners they escape, but AYV can't confirm that. I repeat, AYV can't confirm that except from an official voice or an official source. But as it stands right now, security personnel and they right around the vicinity of the male correctional center make sure say you're safe and you're secure. So this is now waiting to happen presently now within at the back of the Winners Chapel. So like I say earlier, there hasn't been any reports from any official voice that prisoner they escape, but we'll give you everything I see they happen. So that's not the situation currently where they happen na the male correctional center. Continue for watch AYV television as they bring you the very best, and as you they see the fire where they go on and the smoke where they meet right now. Fire force officers and then they try to make sure say they get the situation under control. You also get police officers within the prison walls where they as well, and you get military officers within and outside. We try to make sure say they secure this particular perimeter and this particular location, and of course with all the people where they are around the prison area for make sure say and them be secured, their lives and property be secured. So this now situation report so far where they happen, it seems as if things don't cool down a bit, and fire force motorcar they come and then they go. You get about 3 or 4 more, and there is a call that we need more so that then we're able to call the situation as fast as possible. So another situation presently now, like as I say, AYV can't confirm anything about anyone escaping or the death of anyone, except it is an official statement from an official voice. But as it stands, this is the situation happening currently here now, the Male Correctional Center. AYV they bring you the very best of everything that happened, and we try to make sure say when we get the opportunity, we sound the views them of the one that we're responsible for speak officially to media houses or to the people of Sierra Leone as with regards explanation as to what was the right thing or what thing happened. Now, continue to watch AYV television here on channel 33. We bring you everything as it happen. And now we're going to make our way back onto the streets of Panemba Road. Let we know and observe what's in the happen. But as I say earlier on, security personnel then journalists from all media houses then they try to make sure say they report the situation as factual, credible and balanced as possible. And we can't sound anybody's views right now as to what might be the theory behind the fire within the walls of the prisons, but we're certain that whenever that statement is available, AYV go bring her to you for make you know actually waiting at the status reports. But this now waiting they happen currently now the Panama Road prisons. As you see the fire behind that, and fire force they make sure say them put out the fire. One key thing we have to observe of a very crucial essence is that the prison not gets access inside a vehicular access, so the fire force vehicle now outside in the day and pump the water inside. So I think that don't slow the process so far for making them hot the fire as quickly as possible, because the way the prison was built, it not get vehicular access into the prison premises. So not only na Panemba Road Street, the fire force motorcar and the team up and do the work. So that's one of the disadvantages of this particular prison structure as it was built. It was not built to accommodate vehicle within the walls of the prison. So I think that's going to slow down the process of the fire force. But they don't do a very great job, like as I say earlier on. They can come and make sure say they respond immediately as the incident happened. They've been there on the ground, so make sure say they provide service. So too with security personnel them from the owners, from the police, from the military, and also from State House. Everybody was around, and government officials them they are around as well for make sure say them put everything under tight control. So we currently they make way down to Drazak Junction again for give you a feel of waiting happen now and how people respond. Like as I'm telling you, you get residential areas and you get people already around here. So security personnel and they make sure say they secure them people there, their lives and property them in case of any other thing, any other thing happen outside waiting they happen currently, so that we don't get too many stories for tell. But as you can see, you get security vehicles, you get security personnel them when they are around. They make sure say they move right around and ensure say life and property they're safe around the areas of the Panemba Road prison. This now the magistrate court, as you can see now, we're just the adjacent the prison fence. It's closed for now because of one or two reasons, as we know. The fire and one reason because nobody apparently no denial, but journalists then denial together with security officers. The journalists then really move down now. The traffic makes sure so we also get the feel of what's in the happen now other areas within this particular area as well for bringing onto people. As we been telling earlier, it's a very, very busy street. It's only 10:35, and you can imagine imagine say Duazak Junction is as empty as this. Yana side where people can sell cookery, where people can make Okada, make keke, and sell Tinenaya. Okada riders then can park, and it is just 10:35 in the morning, and it's as empty as possible because of the incident will happen within the walls of the Pademba Road prison. But we bring you everything as it happen. We get government officials them within a vehicle, and then we get police them where they patrol the area for make sure say everything safe. You get correctional vehicles where they take prisoners them out of the prison. As you can see, there we then they go by the Jomo Kenyatta Road. You see the prison Motuka Yana. So this is now waiting to happen currently. Naya, we now don't make our way down onto Duazak Junction. I did with me cameraman, I did with me AYV crew, and we make sure we give everything as it happened. We bring on factual and balanced news as it happened. We can't get an official statement from any security officer or personnel or entity right now because, as I told you earlier, this therefore require a whole lot of status report. So as it stands, we can only bring you footages of what's happening here, and we can't preempt and we can't say for sure this is what is happening or this is not what is happening. But yes, we are here making sure that we bring everything to you as it happens. And security personnel and they around now, they try to make sure they secure everywhere as 100% as possible and as best to their ability. So this is the report currently. Now we currently in the front of Summer Street, as you can see. The very junction of the Pademba Road prison. We try to make sure we get a feel of what's in the happen now with regards to the residents then within the area and how then they deal with the issue and the pressure where they go on. But security personnel in there, it's got to make sure everything is cool and calm, and then they take care. But then again, you get also, this is a residential area, and you get people where they are around them. This is just one of the streets where they are around the area now. We're in a Summer Street, as you can see, now where they lead on to Benjamin Lane as well. So we give you a feel of what's happen around the area. These are residential areas, which are people in day and busy all the time. So when anything there happen, security personnel then can make sure firstly they secure the residents then when they are around. There hasn't been any confirmed news say any prisoner escape. We can't talk on that except we get an official statement from an individual. But as it stands, security personnel in the right around, they make sure they safeguard the area as far back as Benjamin Lane, as Ferguson Street, and as up as Samitong and Sumailatong, as far back as the Winners Chapel Church. As you can see, for make sure they secure this area. And you also get the correctional service ambulance where they are around now, where they make sure they get everything in order. For make sure people and they outside them for there and no one away. We don't report they be injured one way or the other, and don't take them go now hospital. Because currently we give you everything as it happen. This now AYV television on channel 33. We did the residential areas within the male correctional center Pademba Road prison, as we know, and we currently now Benjamin Lane. And as you can see, people in there now then various host them and security personnel, they make sure then take care of the situation now. But this now waiting they happen. AYV, they bring you the very best of television, they bring you the very best of reporting. We want to make sure we report balanced and as much as possible and it be credible as much as possible. So we want to make our way onto Ferguson Street now. Let me see how people they do in that particular area. They would only have a view of the front of the male correctional center and also of waiting to happen from inside as far as we can able to reach we. But we want to go Ferguson Street, let we know waiting they happen there, and let we get a view of people within the area, let we know waiting they happen. This is the AYV television channel 33. You still do watch we live, and we bring you footage from Benjamin Lane, very close to the Male Correctional Center within the city of Freetown, and we currently make way onto Ferguson Street as we get a residential view of what's happen within this area close to the correctional service. And we just come past Dick Street, and now we make we way onto Sim Street and also Mesga Street. So this now some of the small streets them way they lead onto the main Panemba Road from the Benjamin Lane area, Nabuk fields of Freetown. But as I tell you now, Ali, AYV is only here to give you what is happening, and we can't preempt. No one is giving any theory as to what is happening, but to let people know say this is the situation report of what happened currently Naya, and the residents are well secured with security personnel, then they are around, firefighters, and they are around. So it's try to make sure say everybody is as secured as possible. So you also get the ambulance from the services. The correctional services, they make sure say they attend to officers then when they inside with sustain injury and so forth. But we currently they make way onto Benjamin Lane to Ferguson Street for give you a view of what's in the happen. It's not AYV television as I tell you security personnel don't also they are around within all corners of this particular area. They try to make sure say they secure the lives and property. You don't begin to see people and they move one around the area. You got people that will move with the normal business, and now the Ferguson Street junction now Benjamin Lane. So this is now what's happen currently. Now this particular area within the Panemba Road axis, Nayana, the central part of Freetown. But we bring you everything, and as we say earlier, we don't show you what's happen inside and within the prison. And what they call and this Ferguson Street, and as you can see, officers in the as way down as this way for make sure see they secure people as much as possible, so that they not go get for disturb waiting they happen to security officers. Then but I go on for now to me other reporter Ransford Luby Medziga. They give you situation report of waiting they happen currently. Now continue to watch AYV television on channel 33.
Well, Fambul, let's take it to you, Bokari Matia. Well, Fambul, we still the this na Ferguson Street Society map. So, and as you see na the screen, we found out say people are within this particular community. Yeah, so they out na them different areas. Then they watch for see waiting na the outcome, waiting they come out from, waiting they happen at the correctional services here. So, and as we don't get updates from Bokari Matia and David Wilson, the situation na the correctional center Yanda na Palemba Road is still tense as security personnel. Then they put things in place for ensure say them pull prisoners them with they in that particular center. They for carry them go on other centers them. I think maybe the one in England and other places the way they not prepare for people there. But as we now still see from the camera, and none of the cameraman be able for turn the smoke still they come out from the correctional service. As we get people them the fire force will not come like for more they don't come like 10, 15, 10 for kind of show see them can put water now for me the fire done, but still the team then they go on the fire not they done. Although that's how they make efforts because from all they left they with the council, they don't go back in the centers for go get more water for campus and for me them go end the fire. But as you see the smoke still they come out the end from what will be not the from the prisoners themselves and be away themselves in the crowd because of the smoke, even they choke them and so many other things. And so this is the situation presently, and we give Ferguson Street here, and we'll go for going to other places. Them wanna go see how the situation they carry on that particular side, and we get different people in us, we get different media houses them whether self can for can give situation report on waiting the carry on us. And the situation as I say, and as all my colleagues they all been on the top, the situation still tense now. So and people themselves they find them difficult. People who they live within this community they find them difficult, especially till the situation where they carry on at the correctional center stop, and then we'll get forgiven, and we'll get official statement from the people that are responsible for let them tell the people of Salone waiting really the happy under and waiting cause that kind of situation. They not everybody know aware really happen, how they happen, and how they do for curtail that thing we are soon at the correctional center, especially at he calls we in social media reports something they come on do this morning and yesterday we the mega for do we the Mississippi president pull list of people they will forgive presidential pardon, then eventually this kind of a thing can happen. So we'll get for no back waiting will be the president's situation on this particular thing that happen. So and how the prisoner they really don't come out now the fear now with regards waiting happen. So because this now a call for concern for people, then not only the government as well, but then self their welfare, because as you see from meeting people and say from meeting we gather, see the fire come out right inside the correctional center, and it come out in we then self within the correctional center, nobody expect for make it come out. So then at the end of the day, they're not getting no way for salvage the situation. Pass way people then come in and see able for help them for curtail and for stop this fire where they happen now. So we still work out, we go on a different side them for let we see, and we still live Ferguson streets now, so Ferguson Lane, and we get for Kango Benjamin and other areas. Let's see how the security presence there now. So and from now, waiting we see, and from waiting people themselves the scene at the television, the situation calm. For the residents, them the only sign them we need more security and attention. Although from who come, we say yes, the security representation plenty now. So that's not the main entrance of the correctional center where they now so and we see from back of the correctional center way by that Winners Chapel area, we see the intense way the security people and the police, the military, and even the correctional service people there, and all the people are ready for ensure say security business day before. Well, I just want the camera because up that end now they one which day for going at the main entrance, and as you see that the camera, then one from the casualty, then one from the police and prison officer then. One of the casualty the way we affected and this kind of activity happen. As so many casualties they happen today, so many numerous things they may happen. As we even report before, we get an account of somebody where they say die, people are injured, people are damaged, and so many other things, and about to wound people and other things, then people want to escape. There's so many stories around waiting happening also, but the people that we responsible get for coming and tell we just as a credible and factual media outlet when AYV television for beginning to know how the thing they and how ourselves make ourselves judge for us how the thing they happen also. Well, but as you see the correctional people them they try to talk to one or two people that we injured, and well let me just hand over to Bokari Matia. May take me to the carry on the
Of course, we currently still in the Ferguson Street Benjamin Lane Junction, and we they give you a view of what's happening with regards to the residential areas and how people they respond to the situation currently in the main correctional center. And as you can see onto Benjamin Lane, now you get residential people and within there where they make sure say they stay outside, and for their security personnel they make sure say they give the right directives to people them. So this now currently thing they happen Naya within the residential area now the male correctional center. AIV they bring you the very best of waiting they happen, and like as I say security personnel then they right across and around make sure say then direct people the right way The time from winner it's 10:49. Sorry, and we still bring you everything as it happens. Like as I say, AYV as a trusted media house, not they preempt anything will happen now. So as it stands, really they bring situation and report of what it happen, and still with the official voice from the correctional service. People or from security personnel, probably from the Sierra Leone police or from the military or from the ONS, as with regards routine they go on now. But security personnel they make sure say the narrative people not for go outside and not for go and for also stay outside and say, because as we say earlier, the work of security personnel will be easy if people then decide for do the correct thing. Now not to tend for common use and can pass unnecessary one where other routes then they may pass as well for the you go. But we make way on to Benjamin Lane and they bring you everything as it happen here on AYV on channel 33, and we give you a residential report of what's happening currently around Benjamin Lane, around the Campbell Street axis of the Male Correctional Center, Pademba Road, and the Casa Safe security personnel in the right around this now the residential area where they are around the prisons. We come up Winners Chapel. So we've been doing a view of how the incident and the fire they happen so far, and how firefighters and they respond to that situation. As you can see, security personnel them they around, they patrol the area, and they make sure say lives and property be safe as necessary, and that people not use this area unnecessarily when they not get nothing for Dunaya. Because the issue again is we still observe the social distancing, we still observe the hand washing, we still observe the wearing of face masks in a public gathering, and as you can see, you get people will observe Bandi Naya. But most of these people who you see around presently, they are host them and the residents there and they stay. On a normal day, this street can be busy because of the traffic diversion way the Sierra Leone police be don't do, where no vehicle not they use the main Panama road again. And then these incidents don't happen. So it's a halt for now. I think all vehicles they use another access area. So we just want to reach onto Campbell Street, where we give people in the view of waiting to happen and how residents then they respond to the situation so far. But as it stands now from the central part of Freetown, now so team they go and firefighters and they are right across. They make sure see them put the fire out as I speak presently. We get that report there, and also security officers and personnel then they at the right junction and areas them for make sure say then secure people them. We currently they make we way on to Campbell Street now Benjamin Lane Junction. I'll give you a view of waiting they have now security forces and they secure everything. As you can see now, security personnel and the main Campbell Street Panema Road Junction. They try to make sure they secure the area and waiting happen. And that's again also another busy area because you can get people in way on a normal time they play Mercury, they play Lotto, they also eat because you can get Kriba for them yonder as well. But when you look at what's happening, a security personnel try to make sure they observe the social distancing, and also try to instruct people for do the thing where necessary. So then they divert all traffic. If you are not an official vehicle, you not get anything for doing at this particular area, or if you will not get any business now, you not get anything for doing now. But that now what's happen so far, we still get AYV personnel then within there around. We try to make sure they bring you the very best. They go around the corners of the areas, they see what's happen there with cars and with bikes for giving the situation report. As we bring out the live footage, these are Okada riders. We can't have access to the upper part of Campbell Street because security personnel make sure this area totally blocked off and that people only get access today. But these are shops that are closed for now on this Wednesday morning. Wait for them to be a business day, but shops are closed now the upper part of Campbell Street. But we make our way on to the Campbell Street Panema Road Junction now, and as I tell you earlier, security personnel in there, and as you can see from inside banks that even closed as of now, and we currently be close to the SA Beacon shop. We already closed as well. The number 1 Campbell Street, Nayana, the main junction. The security personnel in there, we make sure say we get everything in place. That if you don't get anything for Dunaya, no need maybe for Kanaya. So they have a responsibility now for make sure say things will go on smooth now, whilst the military officers they also make sure say they do their work. And this is now a view of the Paremba Road leading on to Christchurch, and as you can see also the security personnel then over there as well. They make sure say everything's secured. This is now the junction and then streets now, very popular junction. Also normally Poda then can take people then for go Eastern Police. So people in there around, security personnel in there around, they make sure say people observe what's happening, people in there their hands against them. And as I tell you now, some shops then closed, especially in the upper part of Campbell Street now. Also we show now this now, and this now the PWD junction, a very popular junction now. Also you can get young man then working there now, you can get people who they sell cookie in the morning, you also get the persons with disability, they don't camp just there around the corner there. But this is the situation so far. Security personnel they in high gear, they make sure say them protect everything will happen, and that only people, that is media, if you are from the press or you are as a security personnel, you know, will get access, and without that nobody not allowed for dinner. But continue for what AYV television will bring you the very best, and as you see now they bring you report of what's happening on Panama Road leading on to Christchurch. Also you see Keke they divert people that way, the security personnel they divert Keke them that way they, so that then we use that route there for go a circular road and make them way through town. So you get security vehicles now, the military vehicles, police vehicles. You also get the fire force where they come and then they go, and as people being is concerned as to how many fire vehicles then I are. You guys ask much the vehicles are actually it's more than 4 or 5 as I can see, where you see them they come and then they go. But and this situation presently where they happen now, traffic don't begin flow that pathway of the Parema Road axis from the central charismatic in action church there leading on to Christchurch. Traffic don't begin flow now that ended on to West Street and Circular Road. But I'm not going to Ransford, Louis Medziga. Make the situation of what you don't see so far and the residential areas them hold on visits and how people on they comply.
Well, family, they in Pademba Road, Campbell Street Junction, and some 1 to 2 hours ago, this particular area been so tense as the neighbor they even allow people there, but we so grateful now. If we turn down for go by Christchurch, we see vehicles they don't begin, commercial vehicles them, bikes them, the kekes they don't begin go on the normal routine, they don't begin them, because as I said just now, some 2-3 hours ago, when you see the situation so you know the all man distance, much kind of the one business is closed. As you see, all the shops within this particular area don't close, and so many other things. But as now we see this area, this axis for go Christchurch, if the camera can just turn this axis for go Christchurch, then begin see a policeman, and then begin allow vehicles for apply the routes and the normal thing. Private vehicles and they use the kekes and the passenger taxis, even put up and even the bikes and they go on the normal businesses now. But this particular end to the correctional center is highly prohibited, because still already the pressure down, the good on small, but still they ensure say everything go in good order, sanity day and things on the ground, and even the petrol station waiting at that particular site like this Pademba area, so they don't begin to fuel for people then we run by fuel for the vehicles then. So well, and I saw the situation they on the present scene and the smoke surf will be on the sea down. I don't know if the camera can just turn the smoke surf. We will see the lesson somehow, the smoke the lesson. It seems as if the firefight, because as I told you earlier on, the past 13 or 14 times the fire first engine on camera they don't come through water, even the POX engine system don't come for through water and for make them stop the fire away when they happen and I be don't tell you myself we will go for get updates on what might be the cause of all this and how it will happen. And in time to come, sometime the area says we go for come, go inside the correctional center, maybe not today, but any other time for go see you waiting in transpire how the situation they now and waiting government for rehabilitate because with this kind of fire we don't happen so that the correctional center the building not too strong again for make inmates and the inside and the entity in good order. So there must be some renovation, some strengthening and so many other things that we for carrying on this particular correctional service here. Well, these are the advantage we can make when you say correctional services not for the inside the city. Because if it was the outskirts of Freetown, the correctional service group, all this level for the happen because the chaos way people are here, people are think differently, people are think so that the prison as they don't come out inside the prison, don't kind of for cause chaos, they don't even make people they will get markets, they don't close them, they don't pack them businesses, they go inside the homes, so all man go down different places there. So like that, because even the people themselves they decide man, this Pademba road place here, they all work their hostel, they all see the way because it was really terrible this morning here, because people they go up and down, different news they circulate on social media. When other people always remind people and say that they listen to factual, credible news outlets in the AYV media because we always agree to the thing them as we see and so we bring them to making us see the situation, making us feel how people will say they feel where they kind of situation may happen now they can't period as in presently the situation in the country with this COVID-19 and this particular situation that happens so today it's really it hinges on the economic development of the country and so we try for green tone and all team making us see and right now everything going as normal as it will go. All man go normal business, keke will go, vehicles will go on the normal as you see one other fire engine the car. I think this is the last office now for can do the final thing now this particular correction I think as you see inside the camp for doing the correctional center but as now presently now and almost the other areas presently now this Pademba road can be street Sakima road on the streets, down the street, everything they go normal and everything they in place and everything they go as expected for the daily activities there in the country. Just like this other axis for go na the correctional center now also the work presently because serious security issues then they happen the security people may need for arrange and try for do. Well, as I remember, say, well, you Bakari material they can't go with you now because we want to do the final thing inside the particular right in front of the correctional center level within the apples.
Of course, we still bring you the very best of waiting. They happen na the central parts of Freetown as we currently make the way get onto Razak Junction as we get information say the list of information they currently so once we make the way they let you know waiting and waiting they happen
and this government is known to say things as they are. I don't want to lie. Okay? The motivation for the riot is still foggy, it's still scanty, still very brief. We'll issue a more comprehensive statement later in the day. Yes, Pedro. Well, these are holidays, yes, but yes, there are fatalities. I cannot ascertain definitely, but once we get greater clarity around this, we'll issue that in a comprehensive statement.
Any deaths?
We'll issue that in a comprehensive statement, but there are surely fatalities. Fatalities really issue.
Any escapes?
No escapes. No escapes, to the best of my knowledge, according to my briefing.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Before that, the Minister of Information and Communication will a statement. Government will come out with a comprehensive report as with regards waiting they go on presently. One information say again, we get onto the Minister as well. Let me know, waiting. They happen currently. Continue to watch AYE television on channel 33. We'll bring you the very best of the voting that happened. We're currently doing at the Dwazak Junction, inside the Minister of Information and Communications, Mohammed Rahman Suwali. They talk to pressmen, just now, as with regard situation reports. Mr. Minister, sir.
We just came.
Mr. Minister.
Yes, sir. We just came. Now, two people that are talking. Other people that follow me are not able to help.
Yes, Mr. Minister.
Yeah? What's the situation?
Come on.
Okay, so early this morning, we had a press of a prison break. Yeah? There was a riot. Prisoners set ablaze one of the historic buildings, the admin building, the houses, the reception. The kitchen was also gutted. One of the cells, the blocks, was gutted. The kitchen, amongst others, right? But the police and the army were able to reinforce the situation and brought it under control. Fundamentally, a lot of damage was done to historic structures, but it's important to note that the cells housing high-stake prisoners was unscathed, was not affected. There were casualties, but these are early days. When the dust settles, we should be able to give you a more comprehensive account. So government wants to use this opportunity to appeal to all Sierra Leoneans to go about their businesses. The security situation is being normalized. The fire force is working helter-skelter around the clock to ensure that they extinguish a fire, so that it does not expand to other unaffected buildings.
Mr. Minister, the concern has been the status of Paulo Conte. At this moment, is there any news on the status of Paulo Conte?
Every high-stake prisoner is unaffected by this riot.
So is there any movement? Are you going to move them from the central prison to somewhere else?
I can neither confirm nor deny, but I like to reaffirm that all high-stake prisoners are unaffected by this riot. There was no escape.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Minister, could the coronavirus confirmed case be the probable cause of this riot?
I cannot now pinpoint the genesis of the riot, the underlying cause, but once we get greater clarity, we will be more than willing and pleased to share with members of the public. Please practice social distancing. You guys can just respect
That's now waiting the Minister of Information and Communication from Rahman gets to say with regards the official government report of waiting the happen. According to the Minister, it is too early to start giving numbers of how many people die. We're going to talk on the casualty, but in an official government statement, they will release that day. And then with regards prisoners escaping, according to them, no prisoner, no escape. That's not according to the Minister of Information and Communication. And with regards to the issue of Paulo Conte or high state personnel being held within the prison walls, this particular route now affects that side of the prison, and they're all under control, and all they under correct condition and order. That might be waiting the Minister of Information and Communication, the official voice of the government, don't talk now. But we still need to do the very best of waiting that happen now. Activities still they go on before the prisons gate. You get security personnel that where they try to make sure say then call down the situation, and we don't get an official voice from the government in the person of the Minister of Information and Communication, Mohammed Rahman Suwaye. And AYV they bring you the very best of waiting they happen now currently, and as I tell you now, the activity is still going on at the front gate of the Male Correctional Center, Naya Pademba, where as you can see you get not only fire force vehicles, you also get prison vehicles, you also get Goma Valley Water Company vehicles where they supply water as well. So the response has been huge from security personnel and state institutions with regards what's may happen. Naya, you also get pressmen from almost every media house within the country. Then for bringing you waiting they happen currently now. You have to get fire force personnel then they try to make sure say we give you situation report on waiting and waiting to happen. And as you already from the Minister of Information and Communication, there will be an official statement from government will go come out very soon. But with that, this is the situation so far where they happen the Paramba Road prisons, as it is known. We're now at the Male Correctional Center now Panama Road. We'll give you first-hand footage and information of waiting they happen at the front view. Now as you can see, Blue Valley Water Company, Bowsers, you can see prison motor, you can see more than 3-4 fire force motor they at the front, they try to make sure say then call down the situation. So I think say the voice of the minister there with regards to the official statement from what I think so far don't lay down some of the questions so people they ask with regards to fatality, with regards to those wounded. According to the minister, it is too early to give out statistics, to give out numbers, but yes indeed there are issues with regards to that, and that could be only be accounted for inside an official statement from the government as to why the fire, how the fire happened, and whether can the fire be linked to the fact that a prisoner within these walls recorded a coronavirus case. Was that a concern for the prisoners we play in this riot? That all will be answered within the government position on this particular issue. But we still bring you everything as it happen. Now continue to watch AYV television on channel 33 as we live, as you can see now. Overwhelming activity that happen right at the front gate with security personnel and other government officials. They try to make sure say them bring the situation in order and to control. But this now what's going to happen currently right in front of the Male Correctional Service Center, Nassim Street, Northgate Street, opposite the main doors of the Paramba Road prisons. Continue to watch AYB television as we bring you the very best of what's going to happen. We'll now bring you footage of live feed activities where they go on. Looking at Universal Waterfront, Correctional Service vehicles, swimming and cricket, and volunteering activities to make sure safe that people are from the
Where's the mayonnaise?